If you're an incoming soldier that was on the cusp of passing your height and weight requirements to join, then I know you are wondering, how is this going to affect me once I get to basic training? Will I gain more weight? Will I lose more weight? How does it work, KP? Because I stressed out a lot trying to meet those height and weight requirements, and now that I'm getting in, it better be worth it. So if you are worrying about that, y'all, I am here to share my experience with my weight at basic training and whether or not I gained or lost weight during basic, and if what you're doing right now is going to in fact achieve the results that you want to see to appease the army and to appease yourself, because you might be walking into a new body that you never thought you were capable of having. So if you want to know how that might play out for you in basic training, stay tuned for the video. What's up, YouTube? So I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you for tuning in for the first time, and if you're back, welcome back. I want y'all to go ahead and make sure you are subscribed to my channel, make sure you like the video, and make sure you are engaging with me so that way I can continue to bring you more content. But I do want to go ahead and get right into this video, so let's get started. Okay, y'all, so I do want to give y'all some background information on what was going on with my height and weight when I was trying to join the military, and I know I've mentioned it in different videos, but I'm just kind of going to reiterate it again. So I was that soldier that did not meet the weight requirements, but the thing about me is I'm 5'1" and I do work out, I do weight lift, so I've always met the body fat percentage. I just never have met the weight requirement, especially when it comes to the BMI. We know that's not all the way accurate, especially for certain races or for people with certain body types. So me being 5'1", I automatically get knocked over my weight requirement, even though I am in standard when it comes to my muscle percentage versus my fat percentage. So because of that, I have always had to get taped, and you will come to learn that you have to get taped if you do not meet the weight requirements. So when I was coming in, that was something that we had to make sure I was always meeting. So my recruiter was very adamant about, hey, you're still eating right, you're still working out, you're still doing everything you need to do right, because of course when you got any type of curves on you or any type of muscle on you, that can come from looking athletic and in shape to fat real quick, right? If you're not like me and you're on the opposite side of the spectrum, your recruiter might have told you you were underweight and that you should just eat whatever's in sight, do whatever you gotta do to put on a little weight so we can fill out this document, get you sent up as a pass. So sometimes it's not about having to stay in that particular weight range. If you have problems meeting a certain weight requirement, as long as you meet it for that time before it's time to ship off to basic, right? But if you're like me, you're wondering, why are they pressing me about being in tip-top shape before joining? Isn't that what basic training is about? Like, aren't they gonna get me in shape once I get there? I think pretty much all of us wondered that, if you weren't just that, you know, that lucky person that you've been always in a good weight range your entire life, so you never had to ever worry about your weight. So I do want to just kind of talk about what is the setup like in basic training when it comes to your eating schedule, your fitness schedule, and just everything else that is going to be placed on you that plays a factor in whether or not you will gain weight or lose weight once you get to basic training, and whether or not them pressing you about it right now really even makes a difference once you get to basic training. So number one, y'all, let's talk about eating during basic training, right? Because it is different ways that they are required to feed you, and the three ways are through MREs, through the DFAC, and through field chow. When it's not those three ways, you're not eating, okay? So how it normally works is you have to be fed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now those times may vary a little bit, but most of the time you're going to be eating at the set time every day, and you'll be eating one of those 3 meals. Now when it's not those time periods, y'all, you will not be eating anything. When I tell y'all, they do not play about you sneaking food up to the bay, eating when you're not supposed to be eating, anything that they didn't tell you to do that is not on schedule, y'all, they will get on you about that. So let's get started with the MREs, right? I know you have heard a lot about MREs. I know you watched the videos about people eating MREs, and I know you like, hell no, I am not looking forward to eating those damn packaged meals. And I already know, y'all, that stuff is disgusting when you first get your first one. For the first week or two, y'all, you are are not gonna be for MREs. But let me tell you, as time goes on, and that's where you gotta depend on to get your food, oh, it's gonna get so good. You're gonna be looking forward to them MREs, y'all, because you're gonna be going through the motion every day. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be hungry, so you're gonna be taking any food you get. So I want to explain what are even in the MREs, why are they even feeding you MREs. And they're feeding you MREs because they're the easiest way to get you food and to get you nourished quickly, especially in a field or training environment. So normally it's easy for them to just open up a box of MREs, pass them out, give you about a good 10-15 minutes to eat, and then you get back to doing whatever training you were doing. So inside of the MREs, they have enough food inside of them that's supposed to sustain you for any training and movement that you're doing throughout the day, because you're supposed to be burnt out by the end of the day. That's really what basic training is for, to kind of just make sure you're utilizing all your energy for training, so you'll have a lot more room in your stomach to take in all those calories that the MRE possess. Because trust me, you will not want to eat an MRE on a regular day, because it does contain like 2,000 something calories, and inside those MREs you'll have like your protein, which would be like your entree, you'll have your carbs, your snacks. The carbs would be like a nutrition bar, you might have like a little like beef stick or something like some cheese or pudding or some applesauce in there. It's not gonna be real fruit, y'all. It's gonna be like packaged assorted type of meals, okay? You'll even have like jelly on the inside, a bread on the inside, so you'll have your starch, like a juice pack in there. It's not a legit juice pack, but it's kind of like a way you add water to it type of thing. And then you'll have like a dessert in there. So some of them actually come with like Skittles, M&Ms, and some come with like the fake MRE snacks, like a pound cake, a marble brownie cake, or something random, y'all. And you'll come to learn that as time goes on in basic, you'll be looking forward to the MREs just because of the snacks. Because of the eating schedule, y'all, you'll be eating from the first time you get up in the morning at 5 in the morning all the way into your last meal at no later than 6 p.m. okay? Now when it comes to field chow, this is one of the ways that you'll get your hot meal. In my basic training, sometimes we used to get field chow for dinner, or we'll get the DFAC for dinner, but a lot of times you'll get either maybe a MRE for breakfast, field chow for lunch, then you'll get the DFAC for dinner, or you can get maybe field chow for breakfast, MRE for lunch, then DFAC for dinner. It really varies. It really just depends on the training schedule. But how field chow is, this is just kind of like you're being served your DFAC food, but in your training or bay environment, okay? So what that is, that they'll get some of the soldiers to set up the table, y'all go and get the food from the DFAC, they'll bring it back to the company, and they'll serve you your food. And field chow is basically a well-balanced meal. It comes with a meat, it comes with your side salad, a fruit, comes with milk, it comes with the juice. It doesn't come with any dessert. Only thing with field chow is you're not promised how much you're eating, because you're being served this. So most of the time they're not gonna they're not gonna give you big portion sizes. Like, you're gonna be eating small amounts unless you have a double rations profile. And what double rations profile is for y'all underweight soldiers, okay? The ones that need that extra push to get some more food in their stomach so they can gain a little more weight. When I tell you, we used to be hating on y'all the other soldiers that weren't on their profile, because we used to be starving and still couldn't get the same amount of food they had, and they'll be eating that food and they wouldn't even be hungry. They like, because my metabolism's so fast, it just goes right through me. So when it comes to the DFAC food, like I mentioned with field chow, it's really just your well-balanced meals, okay? And it's just a cafeteria basically. So it's not like Piccadilly's, it's not like no real deal cafeteria and where you go and you got all these selections like a mini buffet type of thing. No, I want this meat or that meat. You want this side or that side. You want this or that. You get an option to go and fix up your own salad. My basic training, we didn't have any desserts. We didn't have no pudding, we didn't have no jello, we didn't have no cake. But when I tell you, they rush you in and out of the DFAC, you don't even get a chance to really let your food even digest. You're like eating it, stuffing yourself so fast, so you're not getting a chance to really eat your food and sit on it and be like, ooh, that was so good, I'm gonna sit here for a second. No, as soon as you get done, up, get out, soldier. And the last thing I want to just touch on about the eating is that you will be drinking a lot of water. I know that's not eating, but that goes along with what you are consuming, and you will be drinking so much water throughout the day that they literally require you to keep your camelback full. You will get in trouble if it's not filled when you come to first formation early in the morning. Now that you know how the eating schedule works and what you'll be eating, what does that mean for my weight KP? You still haven't told me. And I just want to say, You will lose weight, y'all, based off of the meals and the eating schedule. Yes, I mentioned that the MREs are packed full of calories. It's not the healthiest food you'll be eating, but the thing about it is, y'all, your body is going to be purging based off of whatever you were used to eating before you joined. So because of that, if you used to eat chips every day, you used to be drinking alcohol every day, eating a piece of cake every day, some cookies, some candy and stuff like that, you're not going to be eating that type of stuff. Yes, you might get a chance to dabble in it with the MREs, but your body is genuinely not eating those type of things. So that means your body is going through a purge, y'all. Anytime you make any difference with calories in versus calories out, your body adjusts to that, and that's how you either gain weight or you lose weight. And because you're not going to be eating majority of the unhealthy things that you usually eat on a day-to-day basis, and because you're moving so much more, your body won't have time to sit on those meals, okay? And I remember plenty of nights, y'all, I went to sleep starving. The time you get done eating, which if you look into health and fitness and eating right, you'll know that you're honestly supposed to stop eating 3 hours before bed. You're done eating, y'all, in basic training by 5-6 o'clock p.m. So you hadn't been eating any food for like 4 hours unless you snuck food up into the bay, but you shouldn't have done that because you're gonna get everybody smoked, okay? So you're gonna be hungry, y'all. My stomach used to be growling, but as time went on, I was like, ooh, touching my stomach, I ain't had no gut. I was like, ooh, okay, you know, I like this, you know, I'm hungry, I really want some food, I'm dying to get some food right now, but you know, I can see how it's helping me. And when it comes to the physical aspect of it, y'all, you wake up every day at 5 a.m. You go to sleep at 9 p.m. every night. So between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m., you are up all day alone. You are not sitting, y'all, unless they tell you to sit down. Now, it will be certain days that you might be chilling in the bay, y'all might be having a class or something like that, something that requires not being as physical, but most of the time, y'all, you are up and moving, whether it's marching everywhere, whether it's holding your weapon, which is 7 pounds. So if you're not strong, one arm at least gonna be strong, y'all, because you're gonna be doing all that drilling ceremony, all that rifle marksmanship training, and then just the mandatory PT, taking the fitness test, everything that requires you to just be up and moving throughout the day, y'all. They make you double time everywhere, and what that is just running. Like, they don't like you to walk, they make you move. Like, move, soldier, get to moving, soldier. So you're gonna be like, you're gonna be sweating a lot too, y'all, if you go in the summertime especially. You see this uniform at our basic training, they didn't give us the option for the summer uniform, but this is the winter uniform, y'all. So this thing gets hot quick, you know, when it's hot outside. So I remember plenty of times we had just got done eating dinner, chow, and they're like, okay, let's go for a run. I'm like so, you know, in real life, we don't do that, y'all. When you get done eating, what we go do? We go and lay down, be lazy, sit on our food, and that's how you gain weight. And last, y'all, I do want to just touch on just how things change for you mentally. Because you are going through just so much mentally and just emotionally and physically while you're in there, you're not going to be focused on a lot of unhealthy habits that you had when you weren't in there. So naturally, you're going to be focused on your betterment. They will give you weights and stuff in your room, so in your free time you more than likely will go do some pull-ups, push-ups, do something with the weights. Or if not, you might be, you know, taking advantage of not eating as unhealthy, so you might not even eat your snacks in your MREs, or you might get more salad when you can, or get more meat when you can, to get more protein in your system. So whatever you have to do to get even more results, you'll be able to have that freedom and opportunity to do so, because that's where your mind will be. That's what you'll be able to focus on during basic training. Okay, KP, so you talked to me about the eating schedule, what I'll be eating, the physical labor I'll be going through, how my mind will mentally change while I'm in basic training. But girl, did you lose weight? Did you gain weight? Like, what happened with you? And I'm just here to tell y'all that I did lose weight, okay? I lost 8 pounds in basic training. Now, I do want to add, y'all, I did lose strength and I did lose muscle, because even though I was eating a lot of food, I was used to doing a lot more weight training, and I was doing a lot more running, a lot more just endurance type of activities, and for me that made me skinny. And I honestly, I don't like the skinny look for myself. I like that athletic build look. So for me, I didn't like that, but you might like it. Now that you see how this could potentially help or affect you, this is my final words of encouragement and advice to you, and that is to take advantage of where you are with your fitness level right now. Start writing down a list of workouts that you can use when you go to basic training, that you can keep in a little journal so you can do some working out in your own time. So if you're trying to gain weight, gain muscle, look up all the body strength training exercises that you can do on your own without a gym around. If you want to lose weight, start looking up how you could eat with the DFAT, with Field Chow, and the MREs, regardless of if you're losing weight or gaining weight, is to go hard doing PT in your fitness sessions, okay? Because that's where you'll get more bang for your buck. And luckily these days ACT requires weight equipment, okay? You are being trained to be able to be a full, well-rounded, in shape, athletic type of soldier, okay? Take advantage of just the mental change and the unhealthy habits that you'll be able to purge when you get to basic training. And remember that you can change things up while you're in basic training, so when you come out, you will have a fresh start moving forward with your new body or with your new mindset, whatever you need to benefit from that experience, even more than just becoming a United States soldier, okay? So that's it for the video, y'all. I hope you found this video helpful. So far I have been missing my Military Monday mark, but I at least try to get it uploaded regardless. But make sure you follow me on social media. On Instagram it is kyonnap_, and on Snapchat it is just kyonnap. So make sure you like the videos, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post. So stay tuned for the next Military Monday video.